Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Anvita. Today's video is going to be another reading vlog. It's been quite a while. I feel like I've done like maybe one reading vlog since I've come to Dubai, and that was like the weekly reading vlog. Yeah, and it's been over 2 months since I've been here, so I thought it was time for another reading vlog. And as I mentioned in last week's autumn TBR video, I wanted to do a reading vlog for some mystery books and read some mystery books because so a couple days ago I finally finished The Burning God, the third book in the Poppy War series, and yeah, that was a journey. That was something. And so I'm kind of falling in a slump. Yeah, I did read a couple of the Witch Hat Atelier books, which were great, and yeah, kept me from going completely in a slump, I guess. But I do want some mystery fast-paced books to get me back in my reading journey, just because like I'm in the mood to read, but I'm not able to decide which books to read next, or I don't want to read a book that I'm not sure I won't like, or like I'm not sure if I would like it or not. And so I'm going to finally read The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love this, because I've loved every other book by her. And so yeah, this is gonna be a reading vlog for this one. Keep watching for predictions about what's gonna happen, who's gonna die, who did it, or whatever kind of mystery this. And so yeah, I also was thinking, when I was deciding on this video, I was also thinking I might do it like a one day like binge one entire book kind of thing. And especially so yesterday I went to a theme park with my friends, and so I came back home and I was so tired that I went to bed at 9 p.m. And so I was like, since I was going to bed at 9 p.m, I figured I would probably wake up earlier than I usually do, and so I could have like a good like 12 hours or something to like binge read and like spend the entire day at home and just read an entire book. And that did not happen. It's currently 12, it's almost 1. So yeah, I slept at 9 and then I woke up at 10 p.m. today, and that's only because my mom woke me up. So I slept for 13 hours yesterday. That's how tired I was after the theme park. But yeah, I also didn't read at all yesterday, and so my reading streak has gone back to 0, which is sad. I was trying to get it back up to whatever number it was before. I think my highest reading streak is like 60 something days, so have to start all over again for that. But today is going to be a good day because I'm planning on reading this, and like I said, it's already 1, so I don't think I'll be able to finish this today, because I also do have some other things to do today. And yeah, so probably won't finish it today, which will suck because I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna go to bed today because of that. But also because I'll just be scared. But it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll see. Yeah, I'm expecting some good mystery, some good, plot twists, and also just like, wanting like not wanting to put the book down basically. But yeah, should be fun, should be interesting. So let's get started. Ouch. Okay, let's get started. The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Ooh, interesting. I love these kind of like little things in mystery thriller books. Very nice. Annabelle Price. Okay. Does anyone look at these kind of things? because I mean I do, just because that's how I think also, like, even like for like the other, like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and stuff, like people are asking like how I was able to guess some things and stuff, and I'm like, my attention to detail and like just like anything that could be suspicious is like so strong, which is why I need, like, I have like, with mystery thrillers, it's either I love it or either it'll be too predictable for me, even though it's like not really very easily predictable. Like I, for some reason, can like guess things, which is why when I can't, like those books are immediately 5 stars for me. So yeah, let's hope. I have a feeling that this will be a 5-star read. I hope it is. So yeah, let's see. Okay, Rachel Price, not sure if she's deceased or not. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay. So she's only a Price by marriage. Very interesting, very interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. This is kind of like, because it's a, I guess, a documentary or whatever. Yeah, a crime documentary. It's kind of reminding me of Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter, which I read I think last year, and that was completely in screenwriting format, and it was based off of a murder that had happened 10 years ago, and then there were like specialists, like criminology specialists and stuff, who were like figuring out who killed that person and stuff, and it was really interesting. So I feel like if you like this, you should read that, or if you like that, you should read this. Yeah, okay. Chapter 1, finally starting properly. I'm scared, but it will be fine. It will be fine. Okay. Also, forgot to mention this, but annotation supplies. I was thinking between this like kind of like neon blue kind of shade versus the red, and then I went with the red just because I remembered my Good Girl's Guide to Murder series is all in reds, and I wanted it to match when I put them on my shelves together. So yeah, I mean 5 Survive is in yellow though, so it's gonna be completely different, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay friends, just finished chapter 1. I'm on chapter 2. A lot of information dumping, but like in a good way. But yeah, just getting set up with the mystery basically. This one you guys kind of saw, but yeah, just finding out more details right now. Mystery is building up. Yeah. Anyways, gonna continue. Chapter 2 I just finished. I'm on chapter 3 now. Gonna pause because I have to go run some errands, but more exposition, more finding things out. Her dad was charged for it, but then he was claimed not guilty. And then we find out that the main character, Annabelle Price, is probably a kleptomaniac and cannot sit in the back of cars because of, yeah, I mean, very valid. Like if your mom disappeared and you were there when you were 2 years old, and then your dad also like was charged with it, had to spend some time in jail, and then was found out not guilty, and like all of that, it would, turning out fine is not possible, I feel like. So yeah, klepto and can't sit in the back of cars is what we know so far. And then we also know her dad, yeah, that he was charged with it and then he turned out not guilty, but that also his mom also died in a tragic way, and he was around. He was asleep, but we don't know. But so far, what I've seen with Belle and her dad's relationship, it seems very nice. So I'm hoping that he isn't the one who did anything, and that he's not the one who's guilty. In case she is dead, that also is not, because the documentary is called The Disappearance of Rachel Price, but the book is called The Reappearance of Rachel Price. So we don't know if she's dead, but if she's dead, I hope it's not her dad. And yeah. Also interesting about how they disappeared from the mall CCTVs and then reappeared, like Belle reappeared in the car later. So interesting. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna continue in a little bit. Yeah. Okay, chapter 4. I'm not gonna do a relay for every chapter, but right now there's just a lot of exposition, I guess, happening and stuff, so I thought it would be a good idea to share those. But yeah, sensing, I mean, I feel like everybody would have sensed this, but definitely I am sensing something's gonna happen between Belle and Ash, and loving the banter, I mean, not giving me Pip and Ravi vibes, obviously, because theirs was different, but like just the banter style is kind of similar. So I'm just enjoying that a lot because, of course, I love banter. Yeah, not much else. Now we know that since Rachel disappeared 7 weeks after Christmas, so that's sometime in February, mid-February. So that's all. Right now I have I mean, this is like completely out of pocket, like there's nothing to suggest this, it's just that's where my mind first went. But what if there's like a doppelganger situation, or like a twin we didn't know about, or something like that? I don't know. And also I'm not getting great vibes from the grandma, Rachel's mom. So yeah, I'm guessing that Rachel's home life before she got married was not great. So yeah, anyways, chapter 4, I'm gonna like try and like read a bunch of it now, and then give you guys more thoughts and like predictions and stuff. So okay, I know I just said that I wouldn't talk about every chapter. I haven't even finished chapter 4 yet, but I have some theories that I wanted to share. One, there was this moment, like I think the second clip, where the grandpa is reading a book to Belle and he says it's a special book. That seems suspicious to me. I don't know why. Either Rachel bought it for her, or I don't know, something about the story, because the story is about killing someone, you know. So I don't know. And then another one was I don't know, Jeff seems suspicious just because like he seems too, you know, too dumb kind of, or like in a sense that it feels like he's like playing on that. He could be playing on that because like right when Charlie started talking about his car and like the first car that he drove as a free man, like he decided to go to the bathroom and stuff. And so I don't know, something about that car I feel like is suspicious. And then also just like the story about like afterwards about, you know, not like giving the car away or whatever because of the pee smell. Like the fact that she remembers it as 3 hours and he said it's 10 minutes to 15 minutes tops, like I feel like there's something there, because it could be that it was 10 minutes or 15 minutes and like because she was only 12 she's remembering it as 3 hours. But it could also be that it was 3 hours and that like in that time he did something, or like, I don't know if that makes sense. Also, the fact that he bought that car a few weeks before he was arrested, so like probably right before she disappeared, Rachel. I don't know. There's like too many details put in, which is making me suspicious. Like that there's something to do with that. So, yeah. Right now, still the dad feels suspicious. Jeff also feels suspicious. But also, grandpa feels suspicious because of the book. But yeah, let's see. Besides that, though, I hope it's not any of them. But besides that, I'm also loving just the family dynamics and like the way they are and the way they banter and talk with each other. Yeah, really enjoying that. So, anyways, I'm gonna continue. I'm almost at page 50, so yeah. And there is about 3 hours before the sun goes down. So I'm gonna try and get to at least halfway by that time and then see like how scared I am, if I can continue and finish this today, or if I should wait and read this tomorrow. Yeah, we shall see. I'll keep you guys updated. Oh my god. I can't tell if she's hallucinating or if Rachel Price really just came back. Would make sense since that's the title of this book. But crazy. What if she was just like lost in the woods, and since she was forgetting stuff like before she disappeared, maybe she forgot the way home or like whatever and just was surviving in the woods, and then because Belle was at the woods and then she was walking by, Rachel saw her and decided to follow her out into civilization, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Or somebody had taken her and she was kind of like, you know, the movie Room, the book / movie Room, where she was kidnapped, I guess. In this, like, Rachel was kidnapped and hidden away, I guess, in the woods or something, or like a house in the woods, and then she escaped and then saw Belle and decided to follow her. So she was, you know, stolen, and then, yeah, that is another possibility. Okay, it really is her. Oh my god. I just finished chapter 8 and I have some thoughts. I still think, I mean, she says she doesn't know where she was. So I think the theory that she was taken and then she was not able to come back because she either probably lost her memory or just wasn't able to get out. I think that happened, and that's why somehow she escaped, because she's wearing shoes that are not her size. I'm guessing she stole her captor's shoes and then ran. Yeah, so I think that happened. And then also, I think in terms of the theory that, you know, at the mall, they disappeared and then only Belle came back. I think that's when Rachel was taken at the mall. And then since that's where the coffee shop was also, I feel like it could be someone who knew her and like maybe came to the coffee shop a lot or was one of the workers. Like, again, also this Jules person, what's it called? I feel like it could be the teacher also. Oh my god, wait, I just realized Mr. Tripp and Jules is the same person, because I think that's his first name, right? And then they said, like in one of the older clips, the third clip where, you know, they show that like she was starting to forget things, Charlie, the dad, asked her like who dropped her home and like that he could have gotten her, and she said Jules dropped her home. So I think that, you know, there's something about Jules. So, yeah, it could have been him. Yeah, but anyways, my theory is that she was taken from the mall, and then whoever the captor was, if it was like two different people maybe, that the other person drove her car and, left Belle on the highway then. And then Jules acted and came like, oh, like I should call the police, there's someone here, whatever, whatever. So, yeah, I feel like she was taken in the mall and that's when she actually disappeared, and that Belle reappearing was like a later thing, and like, because like she disappeared from the mall at like 2:33 or something, and then Belle was found on the highway at 6, so that was 3 hours of time. And then yeah, so they disappeared, they took Rachel, and then yeah, I don't know. And maybe like for the scent that the patrol dogs were finding, and that like disappeared a few feet away from the car, maybe that was like with her clothes or something else. Like, I feel like that is probably easy to replicate. So yeah, that's what my thoughts are right now, my predictions so far. Okay, continuing. Okay. Literally like first couple lines and it's already like agreeing with what I predicted. I don't know where he kept me is what her answer is. So she was definitely taken and definitely kept somewhere. Yeah, she was kidnapped. So she never knew his name, couldn't see him. Very much, as I said, room vibes, stolen vibes, all that. Yeah. And I'm guessing, I have a feeling it's the teacher, the math teacher, Jules. Kept me in the dark. It was a basement. Again, like everything I said, it's literally, yeah. Oh, okay. He let her go. Okay, it was not in the woods because he drove her to the woods, I'm guessing. Okay, but also, like, even though I am thinking that it's probably the teacher, it could also be that it's not a he. I mean, the chances of that is less, but I think it's him. But I also have suspicions about Jeff, because this happened literally a couple days after Jeff and Charlie fought about the documentary. So maybe Jeff got scared that they're gonna reveal something, and then that's why he let her go. So Jeff is still in my head, but right now I'm leaning towards Jules, the teacher. Yeah. Oh, okay. It was a couple hours drive, so she was not in the city probably. Actually, she could have been in the city. No, I feel like probably not, because even though the US is quite big and like cities are quite big there, that it takes time to travel around, this place is still, I mean, they've called it a small town this entire time, so I don't think she was in town. So, okay, it's not the captor's shoes, she found those. Okay, I was wrong about the mall. He took her from the car itself. She just said that she can describe what he looks like, but that she doesn't know his name and never found out. So it probably isn't the teacher or, Jeff, because she knows them, obviously, and she knew them before. So now my thought is that it's that stalker, Phillips Alves, or whatever his name was. and that the reason he kidnapped Belle in the first place and was like stalking them and stuff was because he was trying to suss out and see whether she remembered his face or like remembered anything, and that he's the one, because like he came from far away, and then this mystery guy, the kidnapper who stole her, also drove her a couple hours away to Lancaster, and then she came home another 8 hours like walking, but still that's still a good hour or two by car probably. I don't know how that works, but anyways, so I feel like it could be him. Yeah. Or like I was saying, like if it's not just one person, if it's like a duo doing it, that Phillips is the only one who showed his face at all to her, because if he's working with Jeff or if he was working with the teacher, then she would recognize them. So they could never show their face to her, but Phillips could because she'd never seen him before. So those are my thoughts for now. Yeah. Also sensing that Charlie and Rachel were not as fine as he'd led everyone to believe, I guess, before she disappeared. So yeah, seems like things are, yeah. I mean, right now I'm not thinking it's him or like he had nothing to do with it, but it could be. It could be. So let's see. Also, again, going back to the fact that like his mom also had a tragic death and that he was present for it. Now I'm wondering where Jeff was for that, because like if he was 16 when his mom died, when Charlie's mom died, then Jeff was 19, and I mean he could have been away for college or whatever, but like I'm also wondering like what that did to his mind, Yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts for now. Okay, things are taking a turn. Yeah. Yeah. So I also think, like Belle said, I actually didn't catch this until I saw that Belle was talking about it, but the fact that she lied, and like in one scenario the engine was turned on and in the other the engine was turned off, and that he parked somewhere, that is saying something. I feel like this could be that, like, I mean, at first that she was stolen and stuff, but then maybe, I don't know, like a Stockholm syndrome situation or like something. Yeah, because it doesn't seem right. Something seems wrong, like they said. But yeah, crazy stuff. And now the police are there, so yeah. Okay, chapter 10, page 88. Let's go. Okay, I'm on chapter 13 right now, past 100 pages. I do now think that she's also hiding something, Rachel, and that her story that she gave, there's definitely things that she did not mention or like left out, and like, or that she straight up lied about, just because well, my earlier prediction was that the guy who had taken her was Philip Alves, the stalker, but according to the police, she's given a composite sketch, like she's provided the description, and it looks like it could be anyone. So I feel like she deliberately could have like said like different features, or like given features that it could have been like anyone. And so yeah, seems, yeah, I mean, there is still some part of me that thinks it's more like, Belle just reacting towards, having a mother back in her life when she's never known that feeling, especially since, she doesn't remember her at all. And so could just be that, and just like, her perfect happy family of her and her dad is now not anymore and will never be anymore, so she's reacting badly to that, I guess. But I do think that she could also be onto something. So yeah, interesting. Also, just because like, you know, her getting like mildly jealous when like Rachel asks Carter something but she didn't ask her, or like she hugged the others but she didn't hug her or Charlie, and like things like that. Like clearly there's like, you know, reactions and like jealousy sort of. And yeah, anyways, why is everything Rachel doing just seems so suspicious? I feel like it also could be that like she was kidnapped and then Stockholm syndrome, fell in love with her kidnapper, whatever, and then maybe they ran out of money and so she's come back because of that or something. I don't know, because why was her first thought to get his credit card? Yeah. Also the way she just doesn't interact with Charlie or like does things for him, but she keeps asking Belle questions and like making sandwiches for her but none for him, and you know, things like that. So yeah. And even in the beginning she wanted Belle to call the police first and not her dad. Like, wouldn't your first reaction be to want to see your husband after 16 years? And not the police, literally. Yeah, that seems weird. Oh my god. She said 15 years. What if, okay, now that's making me think even more. What if she was, you know, kidnapped and kept for 15 years, but for the last 1 year, she like was free, and then like, I don't know, maybe she thought Charlie did have something to do with it. That's why she didn't come back. Like she saw like the news and everything reports on her thing. And so she's like, what if it was Charlie? And that's why she didn't come back. But then something must have happened and that's why she decided to come back after a year or something. I don't know. But she did say 15 just now, so that's suspicious. It could also have something to do with a mental illness, because like I feel like the fact that she was also like forgetting things and like, you know, leaving Belle in the bath, forgetting to turn the shower off, like leaving the door open, like things like that seems like signs of like mental health issues also. So maybe that's why she's like mixing things up even now, and maybe that's also something that led to her disappearance. I don't know. There's too many things planted and I'm not sure which one is right, and yeah, I need more information for sure. I mean, also I feel like just considering the fact that this book is literally 400 something pages long and we're only 100 pages in, and like she's already back and like we already have that story, I feel like there's obviously going to be things that are not true and that this isn't the actual truth, because why would you have 300 more pages? So excited to know, and I'm also not able to guess clearly, but we'll see. Maybe some of my earlier predictions are true. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, I had another idea. What if, because like Rachel is so adamant about going to the mall with her again, especially the same mall where they disappeared. What if instead, like the reason why she's been so focused on Belle and so like, you know, thing is because the kidnapper, like she struck a deal with him or something, and like obviously realizing that she's 18 and all that, like, what if she struck a deal with him that she'll bring Belle to him or something? I'm sounding crazy now. I don't know if this is true or if this is accurate, but what if she told him that she'll bring Belle to him if he let her go, or like something like that? And that's why she was so adamant about going to the mall, and then so like started stuttering and like being, not able to back out when Belle suggested they bring the documentary crew along. Yeah, seems sus. And also just the fact that they'll be documenting her. So like if she misspeaks again and like says something that is not true, or like that she like has a slip of tongue basically, then the documentary will catch it. So exciting. I'm probably only going to be able to read 1 or 2 more chapters because I'm going out for dinner after this. So I definitely am not finishing this book today, or even maybe getting halfway through. I don't know if I'll have the courage to come back and read this at night. Like right now, the sun hasn't gone down completely, so it's still fine. But yeah, at least it's not really scary right now. That's the thing. I feel like a Good Girl's Guide to Murder was scary like quite early on from what I remember, but this isn't feeling scary right now. Even 5 Survive, I think, had felt scary from early on from what I remember, but this isn't feeling scary right now. I'm just like, yeah, there's no like, there's no one dead is the thing. And I would be scared if Rachel seemed like she was telling the truth, but because she seems to be lying about the taken situation and stuff, I think it's not feeling as scary. Like the thought of that being true and her being in a basement is more scary to me right now because I don't know what actually happened or like what the alternative is. So yeah, anyways, chapter 14. Let's continue. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. The bracelet thing just happened. Wait, is this? Okay. The bracelet thing just happened. So I'm now guessing that either she was kidnapped and like her captor kept showing her updates of her life and like updates of Belle's lives and like, letting her be a part through that, or she definitely was not kidnapped and that she's been watching them from far or something. Somehow, I don't know. Yeah, but now I definitely know she's lying, because how did she know about a bracelet that Belle had literally 12 years after she disappeared? Like literally 4 years ago. Something that happened 4 years ago. That's insane. Yeah. Also, page 127. Anyways. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so there is a photo on Instagram, so she probably saw it through that. Yep. Hello friends, it is now completely dark outside and I am on chapter 16, page 142. Stopping here for now because I'm about to go out for dinner, but I've read this much of the book. Yeah, much less than I was hoping for, but couldn't be helped. But yeah, I might come back and read a bit more of this, honestly, because it's not scary enough that I won't be able to sleep. I feel like I already will have that issue just because I'll be thinking about like possibilities and like predictions and stuff about what happened, but not because it's scary. So I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna come back and try and read more of it. So I will keep you guys updated, but definitely not finishing this today unless I decide to not sleep and just read this and then sleep at like what, 4 in the morning maybe. But yeah, anyways, we'll keep you guys updated. Hello, I am back from dinner and I've been reading, and right now Belle is questioning Ramsey about why he decided to do this documentary because of the coincidences, and he mentioned that someone on Twitter suggested that he make a documentary on Rachel Price a couple months back, or no, last year. So my theory that she was actually there for only 15 years and the last year she was somewhere else, I think holds up, because I feel like either she was the one who suggested the Rachel Price thing or it was someone she knew, because yeah, and the money thing again, like the reason she's back is for money, because why was her first thought to like get money from like the credit card thing first and then buying, getting a car and all of this and stuff, and then also just, getting money to be in the documentary and stuff, like all of that. Yeah, definitely is lying, definitely has been out for at least a year if she was ever in the basement. Yeah. That again, they're talking about how people said they saw her in like Brazil, Paris, and like all that stuff, and I feel like that could be true. Maybe it's like Rachel, no, we know her family. I don't know. Okay, I'm at the part where Belle is looking through Rachel's stuff and she just found what's it called, a pink sock, a baby's sock, and yeah, now my head is thinking that, I mean, one, she was probably never in the basement, or even if she was, for the last year she hasn't been in the basement. And so if she was in the basement, then it's like Stockholm syndrome, and then fell in love with the guy and stuff, and then she maybe has a child, and that's why she needs the money, and that's why she came back to get money. Or that she was never, in a basement and was like all over the world, and then still has a child, and so that's why she decides to come back for the money. Like the child is the reason for the money, and that this sock is that child's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's my thought right now. Okay. I mean, in this, Belle is thinking that the sock is hers and that Rachel had taken it the day she had disappeared or whatever. But like, would she have had time to do that? Yeah, exactly. Like if she had taken it the day that she disappeared, she knew that she was gonna disappear, and that proved that she knew that from beforehand and that she'd planned it. Yeah. See, I knew it. This Twitter comment thing definitely was going to be I love Ash. Uh, yeah. The family dinner or whatever just ended. Yeah. I love their dynamic. It's so funny. And also just the humor is so good. But I also like how different it is in ways to Pip and Ravi. I keep comparing, obviously, because it's the same author, but really enjoying seeing the differences, but even just like how well written they both were. I think that's what got me also. And just like the banter and like the way they get each other. Yeah, it's like similar in that way, but like the characters themselves and the way they react and like their jokes itself are so different. Yeah, really enjoying it. Yeah. Okay, so seems like the clothes are not gonna be helpful since the tags are gone. But interesting take about another man and that she was running to him, you know, and that she was cheating on Charlie basically. Definitely makes sense. Yeah, and that she's back because she needs money now. My theory is going back again to that teacher Jules trip or whatever his name was. It could be him. I feel like also because, well, then she was probably somewhere nearby the entire time. So I don't know if that makes complete sense, but I feel like there is something to do with him also. Just like from what I've seen so far of his scenes, it seems like he was in love with her or something. I don't know why I got that feeling. Also from that hug that he gave her when she came to visit the school, or like to pick Belle and Carter up. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, loving Ash and Belle. Yeah. Good stuff. It's also interesting that it's literally like 10:37 right now and I'm still reading a mystery book. But it hasn't scared me so far. Like there's nothing, it's not scary right now. I don't know why. We'll see when I'm trying to sleep, but yeah, right now it's fine. So I'm gonna continue. I'm almost to the halfway point. Like I think I have to read like another maybe 30 pages or so to get there. So I'm gonna definitely do that, and then I'll see if I want to stop and then read more tomorrow, or if I want to continue more tonight. So I was right. I guess the one that Sherry saw her with and that she thought Rachel was cheating on Charlie with was the teacher. So okay, I'm definitely, I think, halfway through now. Yeah. I don't know what chapter I'm on. 28, chapter 28. And so her dad has disappeared. I also do think something is up because it seems very out of character for him to be in Vermont. I think someone is using his cards or whatever to seem that way, because why would his phone be off? I mean, if he broke his phone, fine. I think he still would have figured out, because he would remember his daughter's number enough to give her a call, especially since they had plans. But also just doesn't seem like the kind of thing he would do. Yeah. Also, yeah, Rachel is just irking me, and I don't think it's that hard to get someone's name right. And like it's been half the book and she's still not able to call her Belle and still keeps calling her Anna. I don't think it's that hard. So yeah, she's irking me even more, and I do think something's up. And the fact that Jules Tripp, the teacher, has been absent from school all week since that interview, whatever. So that seems suspicious as well. Yeah. Yeah, still not scared though. Nothing's happened really that is like scary. So yeah, gonna continue reading a little more and then we'll see. Oh my god. um so turns out we were right about some things. She borrowed money from Julian and so definitely planned to leave and definitely was not in a basement or whatever. Yeah, crazy. Okay, also he brought up that she might have been afraid of Charlie's brother Jeff, and like I said in the beginning, he does seem suspicious for being, because he seems too dumb in a way. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's something there. It could have been him, but I also do think even if she was trying to run away from him, I think there's also something she was running towards, or like, you know, it's not like he's gone so the threat has disappeared so she came back looking for more money or whatever, you know. He's still there. So unless the person she was scared of was what's his name, the grandpa, Charlie's dad, because now if he has had a stroke and he can't walk and like all of that, then she has no reason to be scared of him, so she can come back and, you know, get money or whatever. But like, yeah, it could be him too. Interesting. Finished the old set, so now I'm in the new. Literally so many annotations because everything seems suspicious. But yeah, Ash and Belle almost kissed just now, so that happened. Other than that, not much. Charlie is still missing. Oh, they found out about the money. I think I already mentioned that, but yeah, nothing else besides that. Jeff, I knew it, something about Jeff and the grandpa. My god. Okay, so he had his first stroke last year and then started having dementia and other whatnots. And if last year is when, like, you know, 15 years or whatever, that she said that she was in the basement for 15 years, so maybe he saw her or he found her last year and then the shock of it or something gave him the stroke, or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Jeff really could be the one, or the grandpa or something, I don't know. And also the thing with Sherry saying family first when she was talking about why she didn't tell the police about seeing Rachel with Jules. Yeah, Julian. Maybe she was saying that because she was trying to protect Jeff also, and like that she knows something in that way and also. Yeah. Rachel's asking too many things about the grandpa. Something is up. And like trying to find ways to visit him. And then keeps remembering that it's his birthday. And something is up with that. She's trying, I feel like she's trying to get him alone to talk to him or something. Okay, I am on chapter 32, page 253, and I'm gonna stop for today because I'm more than halfway through. I've read this much, but I don't know why I'm sensing that things are going to turn sinister or something soon, and it's already past midnight, so I feel like it's gonna be bad if I keep reading this tonight. We shall continue tomorrow. I'm gonna finish this one tomorrow for sure, and then I'll let you guys know what I thought. But yeah, enjoying it a lot so far. Have no idea who is behind whatever happened. Like, I don't even know what happened first. Did she disappear on her own? Was she taken? The taken part, I guess, is out since she did prepare money and she was running away from something. But like, the circumstances of it. Yeah. Can't wait to know more. But yeah, enjoying it a lot. Excited to finish it tomorrow. And probably not get enough sleep tomorrow because of it. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll keep you guys updated tomorrow and tell you guys how it goes. Okay. Hello, friends. It is a new day, and as I said yesterday, I stopped at page 253, chapter 32. The plan is to finish the rest of this book now, like in this sitting. Yeah, I did lose a bit of sleep over this one, but not as much. Like, I think I went to bed at like I tried to start sleeping at like 1:30 and then ended up actually falling asleep like maybe around 2:30. So like, because I kept like it, and it wasn't because I was scared. It was more like I was trying to like figure out like what the possible conclusion is to this, like why, like, you know, what happened and like who's lying and like all of that basically. Yeah. Also, after putting the book down, I put it down like this on my desk, and then I like somehow read the back and realized that like the back literally says that she does come back, like Rachel, but then Rachel Price reappears and life will never be normal again. So clearly everyone, if you read the back, you know that she's going to come back. So my reaction to when she does come back in the book was like, just because I hadn't read the back. I hadn't read anything about it, so I had no idea, you know, what her age was or like anything. Because I don't know why, for some reason, because like, obviously it is YA since it's from the point of view of Belle, who is like a senior in high school. But in my head, I thought Rachel would be the one who is a teenager or whatever. So yeah, I went in completely blind, so clearly. But yeah, enjoying it so far, and I'm going to finish it now. Like, I have less than 200 pages to go, so let's get going. Yeah. I feel like this conversation with Jeff, she could have handled this so differently and it would have gone so much better. Like, if she hadn't made him listen to the whole recording, she could have acted like the parts that they couldn't hear, like, then he would have like spilled something, but she's giving him too much information of what she knows, so he's like playing off of that. Like, even like after the recording, she's like, why do you think Grandpa knows where Rachel was? And then he clearly is like trying to think up his answers right then, because I don't think the person he was talking about is Rachel or something, because clearly what he was saying and what Belle thinks is not the same thing. That's why he's making it up as it goes. Yeah. He's clearly lying to her. she's just, I think, also too in her head about Rachel, that she's not seeing other possibilities, I guess. Also, like how she like immediately said that the baby sock is probably hers, and like that's how she framed it also to others, like my baby sock and stuff, even though the possibility is that it's not hers, you know? And like even now, like the possibility that they weren't talking about Rachel, or they were talking about her, but like something else in this. Yeah. I don't know. I knew it. Bob from Vermont. Okay, I just realized something. I think when, like I was saying that maybe it wasn't Rachel that Jeff and the grandpa were talking about. What if it was Jeff's mom, like Jeff and Charlie's mom, who died, like who fell down the stairs and died? Like, what if they were talking about her? Because, like, what if she didn't die that way? What if someone accidentally, or like, definitely, intently pushed her or something, and that's how she died? And like, maybe it was Jeff, and that's why he was trying to make sure that his grandpa, or like his dad, wouldn't say the wrong thing, like whatever story they'd created together, all three of them, like that he didn't deviate from it just because he was, had dementia now and stuff. So, like, what are the words? Where did they find her? Where was she? Where did they find her? Like, bottom of the stairs, or like whatever answers they came up with for that. Like, yeah, could be that. Just found out that the credit card was not being used by Charlie itself. And the fact that it was found in in a cafe called How Cow Cafe, and that is the same name. I mean, it could be that it's a chain, or like a, one of the branches, and like that there is one where they live, which I forget the name of the place, but yeah, it could be that there's one nearer than Vermont as well, but that is the one Rachel went to recently. So yeah, I think something is definitely up with Charlie. I don't think he left voluntarily, for sure. I just hope he's not dead. Yeah, exactly. Like the cafe. Okay, it's just a diner. There is no chain, so it must have been the same freaking cafe. I feel like Miss Nelson knows something, and if she had just listened, then we could have, yeah. Because I think there is a man who's watching the house, but we need more something. I don't know. See, I knew it. There was a man. It was Philip Alves. Okay, now, right now Philip is telling Belle about how he had come to the house 16 years ago as well, and whatever, but I haven't finished that part. But I have a feeling, what if it was like Rachel found out about, the Price family secret, which is that, the mom's death, Charlie and Jeff's mom's death, wasn't an accident. And so the grandpa, I think, maybe started threatening her or whatever, because she wanted to go to the police or whatever, tell the truth or whatever. And so that's why she disappeared. And yeah, I think for some, and that's why Rachel's been trying to go to Grandpa's house. The evidence or whatever that she knows is there that proves that he killed his wife, or like one of the Jeff or Charlie killed them all, or something. I don't know. I'm sensing that. I don't know why I'm so stuck on that story, like the mom one. Even though it was only mentioned once, technically, I feel like this has something to do with that. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Charlie is not seeming very innocent. He's probably maybe innocent in the disappearance of Rachel Price part, but not with the mom part. I don't know. But yeah, also seems interesting the fact that Philip saw him leave in his truck, but that the truck was back the next day. So maybe he had gone somewhere to do something, but then Rachel, like, he didn't come back clearly, and Rachel knew where he was, so like she got the truck and got it back. I don't know. Yeah. Crazy stuff. So maybe he did orchestrate, like Charlie orchestrated Rachel's disappearance, or had something to do with it. I don't know. But she ran away, I guess, because she knew that it was being planned, so she had the money. So she got... Yeah, because she said I mean, it could be true that she was being followed the days before her disappearance, and that's why she hid in the bin with Belle. And that's how they left the mall. So maybe she was supposed to be kidnapped then and then killed, but because she got away, she like planned it and then disappeared. And nobody took her, like, yeah. Yeah, so Rachel just came and saved Belle. And then she said that Philip Alves is the one who took her, which I think is bull. I don't think that's right. And it could have been that if, what's his name? If Charlie had hired someone to, make her disappear, or whatever back then, Philip could have been the person who was hired to do that and the one following her around and stuff back then. But I don't think she was taken, so I don't think he ever managed to do that. And so, like, if she had been in a basement and if that stuff was true and stuff, I think it would have been him, and the one following her 16 years ago and stuff was probably him. But I don't think she ended up getting caught because she disappeared on her own because she had the money. But that's what it's all based off of. Like, she had the $3,000. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that scene was creepy, scary. Like, wow. Oh my god. She just found the wedding ring that he literally wasn't able to take off during the interview because it was stuck, basically. So there definitely is something to do with Charlie, because she's saying she can't tell her, but it's because she doesn't want to do that to her. So it is something either related to Charlie or related to the family, basically. But yeah, Philip was not the one who took her because nobody took her. She said 15 years again. Oh my god. Okay, just finished chapter 39. So much has happened. Yeah, we find out that Rachel lied about Philip Alves being the one who took her, and definitely has been out. I mean, well, I don't know why she keeps saying 15 years. I guess for that 1 year, I don't know. I'm not sure about that, why she keeps saying 15 years, because I don't think she was ever hidden or like, taken. That like it could be that she was out for only 1 year, because I feel like she's been out this entire time. And yeah, that is a mystery. Also, the memory thief, the book, is a mystery. I feel like maybe that's what she went to steal at his house, and that's why she gave him a new one. And there's something in that book, because he also called it Annabelle's favorite book when like she was young, in that memory. And then there's something in that book for sure. And then the last one, I was right about this, but about that Taco Bell story where she peed herself in the back of the car, and all of that, and that she thought it was 3 hours, but then Charlie kept insisting that it was 15 minutes. And I'd said, you never know what is the truth, and like maybe he was just saying that so she would think it was actually 15 minutes, but it was actually 3 hours. So yeah, definitely Charlie is seeming more not great. So, and also the fact that Rachel, I'm like seeing her in a different light now, because it's seeming more like instead of coming back for money, she's more come back for her, for Annabelle, and for protecting her against the Price family. That's what it's seeming like to me. And yeah, because even like her protecting her against Philip for sure, but also just like the way she's treating her, and like how she doesn't want to tell her the truth for her sake, and also just still being so nice to her and kind to her, and like wanting to be there for her and stuff. Like I think for her, but then again, this is all there, but then that's making me question why she didn't take her in the first place. If she did disappear willingly 16 years ago, why didn't she take Annabelle with her? But then again, it could be like the 15 years things then comes up. I think like maybe for 1 year she was taken, and like whatever, she was hidden, and like yeah, she was kidnapped or whatever, and so she got out after 1 year, and so the last 15 years has been running away, I guess. And yeah, I guess came back because the grandpa's lost his memories and stuff or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's all over the place, but we will find out soon enough. I have like 100 pages left, so my mind is being blown right now. So he didn't just lie about Taco Bell. He has been lying about all the little things, like breaking the mug, not sealing the trash. Oh my god. So he was probably making Rachel also feel insane about the door being left open, and like saying that like she was forgetting things. But maybe she wasn't. Maybe she wasn't. Wow. I'm sensing like psychopath tendencies here. Like Charlie, yeah, maybe she was scared of Charlie actually. Wow. What the fuck? This is insane. The fact that we went from like loving him and his relationship with his family and like with Belle to this is insane. The memory thief. What? I'm like not able to connect the dots right now because my mind is going too fast. But yeah, he was deliberately making them feel like they were going insane or like forgetting things. I hope whatever's up with Carter is not as big a deal because I am scared for her. But yeah, I'm sensing narcissism. I'm sensing psychopath tendencies from Charlie. I don't know, like a bunch of shit basically. But yeah, The fact that Rachel hasn't been locking her door since Charlie left. And like, I don't know. I don't know. Patrick Price. See, I knew it was the grandpa. Oh my god. The fact that is actually insane. The fact that he was keeping her and then reading this book to Belle when she was literally 2-3 years old. That's actually insane. What a psychopath. Oh my god. But yeah, all this family first thing, I feel like Jeff probably knew. I mean, that's why he was asking her, where did they find her? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, what if that's where Charlie is? Maybe like he found out about this, or like Jeff found out about it and so I knew that Charlie was in on it or something. And or like that's where Rachel is keeping Charlie. I don't know. I'm wondering though, like, I mean, if she was held up there at the logging yard for all these years, then who dropped her off at Lancaster? Because it's not like he could drive. Oh my god. And he had a stroke last year, so then maybe she was able to get out then because he couldn't keep coming to visit her anymore. And so for the last year, she's been figuring out, I guess, a way to come back or something. I don't know. Okay, all these books have it, but also all of these books have come out much later than 2008. So she definitely was held there for like the last, 15 years or so, I think. Which is actually insane. Because like, it's talking about like Hunger Games and Night Circus and like Vanishing Half. And all of these books have come out in much more recent times. So, oh my god. Maybe the grandpa is the one who killed, like he killed his wife and Charlie and Jeff's mom. I have a feeling, I mean, Ash and Bella are on their way to the logging yard right now, and I have a feeling they're gonna find her dad there. Okay, also, thinking back on the baby sock, maybe it was Belle's baby sock, but also in one of the books she did say we, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think that would be even more crazy if the grandpa touched her, but yeah. I'm wondering what the we stands for, like who was it? Was someone else there with her? And also the why, like why did he, and where did the money go, the $3,000 that she took from Mr. Tripp? I saw the other side. He was there. I knew it. Yeah, because like, how come he left with his truck, but the truck was there in the morning? Yeah. But also, are we supposed to feel relief that we found him after knowing that he's been lying and all that? Wow, this is an insane amount of tabs. Clearly was not able to guess shit. I knew it. They were supposed to kill her, but they didn't. Knew it was a lie, especially like also just when in the interview Ramsey had asked like what you would tell her if you saw Rachel Price again, and he was like, oh, I would hug her, the questions would come later and all that bullshit, and then none of that actually happening right as soon as she did appear. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I'm guessing Charlie is the one who killed his mom. Okay, Pat killed his mom. Oh, Pat killed his wife, Charlie's mom. And Charlie knew about it. And where is it? Oh. And he used it to blackmail his dad, I guess. My goodness. The psychopath's narcissistic tendencies for sure. I was right about that. I'm just wondering now how she got out. Like, Grandpa did have a stroke last year. So I'm wondering if Jeff found her or something. Or I don't know. Or maybe the stroke was caused because she succeeded in leaving. I don't know. I'm having a feeling. I mean, right now, everything she's saying, like Rachel is saying, and like about Charlie and the grandpa and stuff, seems right. But I have a feeling that there's going to be a twist at the end, like one of the things is not true or something like that. Or like, I don't know. It's coming too quickly to us, and there's still a good amount of pages left. So I still have a feeling that there's something to do with Jeff. I don't know why. And like the fact that Carter has been trying to speak up about something for the last couple scenes whenever she's been there is also in the back of my head. But yeah, I feel like Rachel isn't telling the complete truth again, but like she's completely manipulated Belle properly. Yeah, I mean, they're both bad, Charlie and Rachel. Yeah, I don't know, but I think she's hiding something for sure. Oh my god, Jeff came. The sock was never hers, I knew it. Oh my god. That's why she said we in that book. Oh my god. I knew Jeff wasn't asking about Rachel that time. Oh my god. I knew there was something about that package. I didn't mention it thinking that like, why am I so like, Like I'm a little too suspicious, thinking everything is up for some reason, but I knew there was something with that package. I knew it was something important that she wanted to tell her. Okay, last 20-ish pages to go. Done. So freaking good. Can you see that? Insane. Okay, anyways, I'm running late for my boxing class, so I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on it once I get back. But 5 stars. Loved it. Yeah. Hello, I am back. I finished this book, as you guys saw, a couple hours ago. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 hours, and I've been thinking about this the entire time, pretty much, and just like coming to terms with what happened and the reveal and everything. I gave it 5 stars for sure, just because I didn't predict. I mean, I did predict some things that you guys have obviously seen, but there were a lot of things that I didn't guess, like Carter. I didn't guess Carter. But yeah, insane book. Very good, very well written. And like some of the things I was saying, like, why did this have to happen like this? Like, it would have been so much better. Like, for example, like the scene where Belle confronts Jeff about the conversation he had with Grandpa when he was putting him in the car. Like, I get now why the author made it so that he couldn't reveal anything then, just because it was too soon for Carter to be, for there to be any hints about Carter, I feel like. Yeah, but I did guess that, they knew, and that like it was them. Like, I didn't guess about Charlie in the beginning, but I did guess about Jeff and about Grandpa, and that like she wasn't scared of Jeff, but she was scared of Grandpa because he was the one who had kept her. What else? Something to do with the book, like when we saw the memory about the memory thief, the book, then, and like Grandpa saying like that it's a very special book, like that already had given me an inkling, but I didn't guess like what the hint would be about the book. I thought it probably had more to do with the story than the fact that there was something hidden, but like there was no way for me to know also, because there were no hints in regards to that. I did, obviously, as I've said, I loved Ash and Belle's relationship, just like their conversations, with their banter, their back and forth, all of it was so good. Yeah, very, very interesting end also. Other things I was thinking about, like I'm thinking about the size of this truck that she's been in for 15 years. First of all, like, was she able to stand completely, like on her feet? Like, was that possible? 2, if it wasn't possible, how did her muscles survive? Like, how did she not atrophy? Like, I don't know, like I feel like she would have been so weak having not been able to stand up. Like, how did she not get muscle sores? How did she not get, like, I don't know. Yeah. And also this I thought, and then I like didn't agree with myself later on, but because I read the Poppy War right before this, and in that there was, again, spoilers for Poppy War, but there's a scene where one of the characters is also bound, like, but it's their right hand, not their leg, but they were bound, and so another person broke their hand, like broke their wrist to get them out of it, and obviously, so it was possible, like, but again, like, the reason I like didn't like said that is because, one, that poppy war is fantasy and this is real life technically, and so, and two, the in poppy war there was someone else who could do that to the person, like who could break their arm or break their wrist, but in this she would have had to do it to herself, and that is definitely so much harder. So I get why she wasn't able to get out that way. But yeah, crazy. Like, I'm just trying to understand the logistics and like how real it is, or like possible it is, to survive for 15 years in a truck. And like the size of this truck, I'm like trying to understand. Yeah, I'm also wondering about Ellen, the woman he saw for like a couple years, I guess, and like the fact that she moved into the house as well. Like, what happened to her? Like, how did he, knowing that he's the kind of person who needs control and can't let people leave him, or like needs to be needed and stuff, like how did he let her go? Is she okay? What's up with that? Yeah. Carter was the big surprise for me because I did not guess that, but I did. Okay, again, I guessed about the baby socks because I was like, she's not even thinking of the possibility that it's not her socks, it's somebody else's socks. And then, but in my head I was thinking of it in the sense like, what if she gave birth literally in like the last year and like has come back because she needs money to take care of the child and all that. So not completely accurate, but I did guess that it wasn't her socks. So there's that. Yeah, also, I don't know how much, like, I haven't thought this part completely, but like the fact that like grandpa, after the stroke and like losing memory, was the one who like let Rachel out and like all that, like, I don't know how plausible that seems. Yeah, but yeah, loved the ending, loved the way it turns us from like being scared of Rachel and like being suspicious of her, to like, even for Belle, like for her to be so suspicious of her and all that, to going to like there was this one line, where is it? Yeah, it was when they were at the top of the place where the mine was, and then Rachel was like, you need to go, I will distract Charlie, you need to run and stuff. And then like Belle was like crying and like calling her mom, and then it says, not a hard word anymore, the easiest one in the world. So yeah, also just going back to that Annabelle, like calling her Anna and like reworking that. I feel like it's not that hard, but I guess I shouldn't have been that harsh about it also. But like, also, I don't think it's that hard to call someone by the name they prefer. So yeah. Also liked Belle's character growth about like pushing people away and like because they're always going to leave you behind and stuff, and then to realizing that just because someone is leaving doesn't mean they're leaving you behind, and that people will come back, and wanting to go back to making friends and like all that. Also loved the scene where like where they're like telling Sherry about her options to leave and stuff, and then Sherry asks Carter, do you really want me to go? I raised you. And then Carter says, no, you didn't raise me, it was Belle. Like, that just was so nice. And like the sister relationship, as I've said in other videos, I love reading about those and like the different kinds and the nuances to it, I guess, because I can relate to some of it. So yeah, loved that. Also just loved how, like, I mean, I said this again, but like in a different way, but like I loved how it went from us being scared for Belle with her being in the same house as Rachel to, you know, realizing that Belle is like number one for her and she's never going to let anything happen to her. Like that's her, but that's her child, that's her baby, you know. Yeah. And also just that part when like she's choosing between Rachel and Charlie and then like going towards the key while choosing, and like talking about how like choosing between the one who chose to leave and the one who did everything to come back to her, and like how he had willingly left her in the back seat for 3 hours at a Taco Bell just to go have sex, and then she did not leave her behind, and that she did everything she could to protect her, and that she was always planning to take Belle with her. Like that was just so strong for me and so well done. Yeah. And I was right about that Charlie and Jeff's mom's accident was not an accident. Yeah. Wasn't sure about who did it and stuff, but yeah. Was sure that that was something, even though they only mentioned it once right in the beginning. So, you know, maybe even though Rachel's mom was very insufferable, she was right about some things with her instinct to not trust Charlie. So, you know, maybe there is something there. But the fact that she thought he was the murderer, but she still didn't do anything to get Belle away from him, that is just, yeah, not redeemable. So freaking good. Highly, I mean, I'm assuming since you've watched this, you've already read it and you're, you know, just seeing what I thought of it, I guess, and like if I was able to guess shit or not. But if you don't care about spoilers and decided to watch this still, I highly recommend it. Don't know how much this would help now that I've talked about all the spoilers. But yeah, very freaking good. Anyways, that was me reading The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I don't think this was as scary as A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Like, I don't think this was scary, to be honest. I feel like I can go to bed easily probably tonight. We shall see. Like, this was like more like the realistic kind of scary. Like, you never really know a person, and like, yeah, narcissistic sociopaths / psychopaths / whatever Charlie is, like, there are probably many like that, many people like that in this world, and you just never know, and that is scary. But yeah, I'm psyching myself out. Anyways, I don't think this was as scary. Obviously, if you have read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, then you know the third book. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it right now. It's dark outside right now. I don't want to think about it. But yeah, good book. Highly recommend. Yeah, this was me reading this one. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time, next Monday, 5 p.m. IST with a new video.